guys, so today I'm going to be recapping, talking about my experiencing tripleS Alphie in San Francisco and Los Angeles for, of course, the Alpha Percent Tour. So yes, just going to talk a bit about it. I don't really have a structure, and then of course, show some of the good footage that I got. But yes, so when this was first announced and I heard about it, I was really surprised because again, tripleS Come True was on tour earlier this year, and then again doing another tour with only two of the same members, Haya and Nian being on that last tour, also in this one. Nian's been on everything, man, but a lot of new members performing. Well, I mean, I guess as tripleS, I don't know if they've ever performed like that before, but you know what I mean, right? Here in North America for the first time. Really excited to see a lot of them, and of course the new songs and everything. So while I was surprised, I was also very excited. So yeah, I was really hyped for it. That's why I ended up deciding to go to two shows, because of course San Francisco, closer to home, right? But I was like, I'll go to LA too, just because I want to see him twice. And I decided to go different routes as far as where I want to sit for each show. San Francisco, I did end up paying more for a closer seat, and I'll get into why. That didn't really pan out as well as I thought it would. But for LA, I decided to go it's not too far back. It was row N, kind of in the middle, aisle. It was aisle 3, if I remember. And that ended up being the better view for me, and just getting footage as well. So yeah, but I'll talk about San Francisco first. Palace of Fine Arts, great venue, just as far as outside and everything. People come by there just to take photos and whatnot. It's a really nice place, right? But as far as inside, I mean, it's all cool, but my seat, didn't end up being the best. The thing is, and I mentioned it in the previous video, if someone's tall in front of you, it'll hinder your view, and it definitely did for me here. Again, I was really close and I could see them clearly. However, I can't really tell the person in front of me, hey, move, sit down. I'm not going to do that. So yeah, there was a lot of times where I just, I couldn't even see who was in the center, so it's I realized immediately on 20 seconds in, when I was trying to film something, I'm like, oh, this isn't going to work. It's abandon all hope, ye who are sitting here, which was me. So yeah, I ended up going vertical for a lot of it. And yeah, same thing happened when I saw Artemis there earlier this year. So maybe I just got bad luck at that venue, It is what it is. But I got some cool, little shots of, Jian, who was one of the people I took a photo with, Nian being the other one. So it was still just great to be there, right? To hear the music and everything, see them performing, again, a lot of them for the first time. That was really dope. So, I don't regret going to the show. And a lot of it was really cool. Again, songs that I'm hearing for the first time, right? Dude, Lit Pop. Loved it. So good. It was so good. I almost was we should have voted for this, but no, it's no. Are You Alive was the correct decision. But that song, so good. So good. Are You Alive and that version that they performed so good. What else? What else was new? It's the combinations that we got when they performed like unit songs, like Just Do a Generation, all that, and then again seeing those songs being performed in just like a new, fresh way. That's really cool. And even just like them talking, interacting with the audience, that was really cool. But yeah, at the San Francisco show, I think Tone's mic wasn't working, so she ended up like just using Hyun's, which is like one of those cool, just fun little moments, you know. They talked about Password and did like little bits of the choreo. I didn't realize how many members of Hachi are also on this tour. So yeah, just a lot of cool moments. It's great. It was great to see, you know, the members that I haven't seen before. Yuyeon, just great. She's clearly like really popular. You know, it's very evident. And it makes sense. She's great. Tone, really wanted to see her. I think she was great. All in like both the shows that I've seen and also like certain little fan cam stuff that I've seen. Nien, always great. Again, she's like an MVP of these tours, man. She's been on like all of them, at least the ones I've been to. She did great. Let's see, like Jaeyeon, man, she's so cool. She's so cool. Just like very, just like lovable. She really is, man. And just great, like, performing and all that. Certain parts where she's, like, hitting, like, notes where I'm like, oh, it's like that. She killed it, man. Shion, so good. I think I talk all the time about, like, really good vocalist, right? But she's up there performing, like, you know, Hit the Floor and all that. Another song that I absolutely love seeing and hearing live. And she's killing it up there with them. Really just, like, again, showcasing that she's like just all around really good. Lin, bro, Lin. Oh, star, such a star. She's such a good performer, man. Like it's really no joke seeing her live. I was like, wow. And I can say that about like all of them, right? And I've watched their performances, whether it be, you know, on music shows or even like the tours that they broadcast, you know, like A25 and all that. But seeing them in person, it hits different where you're like, wow, you're really good. And Lin is that person right there. And just again, she's super sweet just as a person, right? But like once performance time hits, it's like, all right, you know, here we go. Chaewon, I'd say the same thing. Such a good performer. Like, she's another one where I'm like, really good just watching like on video, but in person, it's like, oh yeah, you so good. And just she really has like being an idol down as well. And then Hyun, just, you know, again, same thing. Absolutely love her. Hilarious throughout, and just you can tell when someone enjoys performing and being on stage, and I definitely get that from all of them. But yeah, she's so good. I mean, in Come True, she was a standout to me, and just the same thing here. Really, really good performer, man. So yeah, I think all the members killed it.
you on my mind. 또 힘은 끝없이 올라하는 높이 입을 하나 물어보는 아이스크림 마음속에 녹아버리니 끝이 없이 멈춰드는 my dream 어색하게 밀어 나를 끝이나 밀어 oh yeah. It's like you used to do. Love me again, only one last word, could you hold me? Love me again, like you wanna dance, like you used to do. It's all about it, baby, you wanna know how you taste it. Love me again, only one last word, could you hold me? Oh, would you try to leave me behind? Follow me back to the time I know. Turn the pages back, down the way. Oh, just hold me like you used to do. Love me again, love me again, like you wanna dance, like you used to do. That's how I love me again, love me again, one last part, could you hold me?
I also just think like this unit is really good. Like the members that are put together, the chemistry is on point. Whether it be, of course, their interactions on stage or just the actual performance itself, it's all really good. I also got to say, like the vibe and both shows was really good. The San Francisco one, the boys were out. The boys were out, that's for sure. But you know, again, it was all good. It was all a lot of fun. So. Also just wanted to highlight that. As far as like the photos and whatnot, again, had to sign up for first the VIP stuff, and then you can, you know, get photos. So I ended up deciding to do that for the San Francisco show. And with VIP, it's like, you know, you get the little what is it, like badge, whatever. Then you get a signed album, and it's the it's like the regular album that you would buy. But on top of that, if you want, you can buy the signed vinyl, Assemble 25, which is what I ended up doing, right? I got 24. I'm going to get 25, of course. So that was really cool. That was the only thing about the bag too, because I needed a bag. Because I was like, I'm not just going to like hold the vinyl and then like put it on the ground. No, I got to buy that bag. I pretty much just had to. Did you guys bring in your bags at the San Francisco show? Because if you did, that's something I need to do in the future for sure. Because that bag cost $25, and I was like, damn, you know. So it's a nice bag though, you know, cool little A% thing on it. As far as shirts, I didn't end up buying any. I'll be honest, I wasn't big on like a lot of the merch, so I didn't end up buying it. Again, when something is that expensive, like, you know, I need it to be on point for me to buy it. I saw a lot of you with that is it over the pitch, like the jerseys. I was like, oh, so jealous, jealous. The jerseys, but the jacket, like the zip up looks so dope. I was like, how much you want for that? Yeah, I really regret not buying those when they went on sale. It's one of those things I missed out on. Unless someone, you know, sells it in the future on like eBay or something, I guess I missed out on it. Or if they like, you know, put them on sale again. Or if someone's like good enough to just make like bootlegs, you know, like but you wouldn't want that anyway. But yeah, those are really cool. What else? Oh yeah, and then the photo. So like I said, I picked Jiyeon, Nian. It was still early enough to where I could get like pretty much everyone that I wanted, but I was like, and I ended up picking Nian because I really like Nian. She's great just as a performer, but also just as a person. So funny. Really just love her as a person. So I picked her. And then Jiyeon, kind of the same thing. Just really love her as a person. As a performer, I think she's great, and just excited to see her get better. And that's one thing that I did see on these shows, is just her doing really good. So that's who I ended up taking the photos with. And yeah, the photos ended up cool. I didn't know what kind of pose I was gonna do. I think like an hour before the show, I was like, okay, with Nian, I'm gonna do like, sort of a judging you pose, just like for fun. Both photos for me were just like, a fun little moment to like meet someone you like, right? And take like a really good memory. So with Nian's, that's what I ended up doing. We ended up like both times when I handed my phone to the person taking the photo and just like said hello. They both asked me like, "You want to do a pose?" And I was like, So like I said with Nian, I was like, "You want to do like that?" And then she's like, "Yeah." That's what we ended up doing. Jian, same thing. But with Jian, I was like, oh, dude, I have no clue what I'm gonna do. I think literally a minute before, like I took the photo, I was like, "We'll just do this, We'll just do and that's what we ended up doing. So I think both photos came out well. It's like again, just fun, silly stuff, and they were with it. So yeah, in those brief moments too, they were really cool. Nian, super nice, super nice. Jian, same thing, which is like really, really sweet too, man. Like when you meet someone like that right after, you've seen them performing and doing really well, it just makes you again want to support them that much more. So yeah. Also, when I took the photo with Nian, I didn't even realize it till afterwards. I was like, that was their manager. Hey Soul, the one we all know. She had blonde hair, so I didn't even recognize her. Then later, it was like, oh yeah, that was her. What a moment. What a moment. So that was cool. Yeah, just little things like that about the show was like, on point. I guess I'll include the photos in here, but you've probably seen them maybe on my Twitter, but yeah. Definitely a highlight of this whole, or the two shows that I went to.
Dare I cross the line? I'm a sign by judge. Yeah, question mark. Gonna make it mine, yeah. 날까지 이제 나에게 보내기는 해. 조정을 나 지금 너를 나. Yeah, I'm thinking out loud, not thinking about. 이런 맘들을 내보내놓을게 all night long. And now I got you up just like me right now. Dance on my way, yeah, you know I like to make you dance. Dance on my way, yeah, you know I like to bounce.
Some of my favorite performances, obviously, Lick Pop is up there. Are You Alive is up there. Girls Never Die. Bionic Power is really good live. I enjoy hearing and seeing it be performed live way more than just listening to the song. I always love hearing Beam. Beam is like a personal favorite of mine. Hit the Floor, absolutely love that. Just how fun like inner dance is, So yeah, but I love everything. But those definitely stand out. I think the videos are all on point. Again, just those sort of interview questions. Again, add to that wanting to support them even more. So yeah, and again, it's really cool just to see people living their dream up there on that stage. Think about Tone, you think about Nian, you think about like Chewon, you think about all of them. It's really really cool just to be like, yeah, man. Y'all doing it, and y'all doing it really well. So yeah, overall, loved these two shows. Sure, yeah, the San Francisco one could have been better as far as just my view, but still, I think it ended up being really, really good. But the Los Angeles one definitely, as far as just the experience and just like being able to really see like, wow, like they work so good together. That is the one I definitely prefer. So yeah, if they do it again, I'm definitely going to go to 2 shows, because yeah, always down to support. Even Artemis too is, back with the tour in November. So yeah, I'll be going to that one too. And maybe this time I'll end up getting a photo with someone. It's still going to be expensive, man. But yeah, it's one of those things, Yeah. You got to decide what you want to spend the money on. You want to take photos and whatnot. You want the merch. Just think reasonably, especially in this economy. Woo! It's not easy out here. But yeah, both shows were great, and I mean, I know they're going to be doing the show in Korea, which I guess they're going to stream. So I'm going to watch that as well. Excited to see that. And who knows, we might get some surprises in there, but yeah, definitely looking forward to that as well. And again, whatever else they're gonna do. So yeah, I do want to say I think the 8 of them, just applaud them. They did great, and yeah, just well done to the girls and the team, as well that's working with them. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you with like the final bit of I don't know, the last couple of performances. I've not watched the footage. I will be watching most of the footage for the first time as I go to edit the video. So we'll see how this turns out, you know. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. As always, peace, love, have a blessed day. See you next time.
Is it